Hey guys, so I'm back with this week's comic reviews. Only 3 comics this week, so I think it's going to be a short video, but please stay until the end, because I do have a announcement message to make, well, to repeat. But, yeah, so please watch the whole thing if you're interested, and if not, I can't, whatever. Anyway, let's just go ahead with the reviews. Like I said, only 3 comics this week. Um, and we are going to start with the Superior Spider-Man issue 12. Yeah, issue 12. Okay. So if you saw my review of issue 11, you know uh, where we're at in the story. In this arc, Spider Slayer has broken is in the process of breaking out of the raft, which is a prison island. To that end, his plan was to get his Spider Slayer robots to kind of just infiltrate the prison and make a mess of everything. Superior Spider-Man, uh, Doc Ock, whatever, was was totally prepared, totally predicted everything that would happen, and sent his own spider bots to counter the Slayer bots. And so we're basically continuing from there. Spider Slayer is still trying to break out of prison. Spider-Man is still trying to stop him. And this issue, I think it's the second part of the arc, and it should say, oh, yeah, part 2, and yeah, I think I like where this issue went, because it's not. I mean, of course, there's Spider-Man in it. You have Spider-Man. You have a good fight with Spider Slayer. They continue the plot point of the Slayer robots upgrading the Vulture, Scorpion, and I forget this guy's name, so I'm just gonna call him Captain Boomerang. And there's a fight with them, and Spider Slayer is kind of adapting to Spider-Man's defensive, and it's not it's not like a really story-heavy arc. It's mostly action, so if you're just want like a light arc, it's shaping up to be this. But what I like about this comic is that it focuses more on Jameson, on J. Jonah Jameson, who I love as a character. I think he's great, and they basically have Jameson going. He guns up. Spider-Man's all like, "Hey, everybody, get into the protective force field bubble," and Jameson's like, "Fuck that! I have a score to settle." And he guns up. He gets a he dresses up like a guard, and he's like, "Hey, Spider-Man, kill Spider Slayer by any means necessary. I'll handle myself," because Jameson, of course, has a score to settle because the Spider Slayer killed someone very important to him. And I guess at the end, with the whole Jameson giving Spider-Man the order to kill Spider Slayer, we have we have the basically at the end of the issue we have like the big, I guess, dramatic question. Spider Slayer sends his sends the Vulture to take out the hostages and the Scorpion to take out Jameson, and Slayer's like, "You're gonna have to choose which one of them lives, which one of them dies. You're gonna go after." And Doc Ock, Spider-Man, not having the moral fortitude of Peter Parker, he's like, "I don't have to save them. I just have to kill you." And I think that's an interesting place to leave the issue, actually. Now, usually with superhero comics, I'm a total idealist. Like I'm a huge fan of Superman. I love the superheroes never kill sort of thing. It just hits me right in my optimism. But I do like that they are really starting to separate Doc Ock Spidey and Peter Spidey, and how it's like Peter Spidey, you know, he doesn't want to see anyone die. He has the power responsibility thing. He saw what happened to Uncle Ben. He doesn't want anyone to go through that. He doesn't want to kill. Meanwhile, Doc Ock is much more goal-oriented. Like, he'll kill if it prevents more death. And I think that's an interesting dichotomy to draw between the Spider-Man and how people react to it. And, of course, Superior's killed before, but now that he really has no remorse, he has no doubts about it, about, you know, this is just his own moral compass telling him that killing is okay if it prevents more death. I think that could be interesting, and however they take it, I'm excited to see. So it takes, so issue 2 takes the arc in, I think, some new interesting directions. We get a lot more Jameson, which I like. So if you picked up issue 1, kind of thinking, yeah, it's a kind of a light thing, I may not want to continue it. I'd recommend picking up issue 2 and seeing what you think of it after reading this. So the next comic on the block is Wonder Woman, issue 21. The issues aren't numbered by arc in Wonder Woman, but I'm going to call it the end of an arc because of a big scene setting change at the end of the book. So I'm going to call it the end of an arc. So we still have the Firstborn. I'm trying to find a good picture of this, the guy. The Firstborn over here. He's still going after Zola's baby, because everyone's going after the baby, because the baby is important. And we get a big fight between Lennox and Wonder Woman versus the Firstborn, and they are, I mean, Wonder Woman's a heavy, everyone in this fight is a heavy hitter, and we get a good fight scene. Most of the comic is the fighting. We also have Cassandra chasing Zola after she's running away. Near the middle, Orion comes in and just starts. So we get a big fight. We get Orion, Wonder Woman, Lennox, the Firstborn, in this big fight together. We get Zola being chased. So lots. This is a very action-heavy issue. I think it's a good way to end the arc, and really, I like what they're doing. I like how they're setting up the next issue, because we end this one in New Genesis, and I mean, since they introduced Orion in the New 52, everyone kind of knew New Genesis was coming up, but that they're introducing it in Wonder Woman, I really like. I mean, of course, they introduced Darkseid in Justice League #1, but or at least Apocalypse. But that Wonder Woman is really getting the new God treatment. I think it's cool. I do think that people really should be paying attention to Wonder Woman. I think it's one of the best comics in the New 52 right now. And this issue changes things. This issue introduces a big thing to the Wonder Woman story, and even though the whole thing since issue 1 has just been about people wanting this baby, we're getting drip fed more details. We now know more of the baby's significance. Firstborn is still pretty much a mystery, but we get a little more info about him. And like I said, big fight scenes between heavy hitters. So good, exciting comic. If you're reading Wonder Woman, pick it up. And if not, next issue, I'm just going to say you should probably pick up next issue because New Genesis. And our final book this week is Batman and Robin issue 21, or as they're calling it, Batman and Batgirl, because that's what they've been doing. They've been doing, instead of Robin, because he's dead, spoiler, whatever, they've been doing other Bat family members plus Batman. So, wherein the last issues we had a lot of interaction between the Guest and the and Batman. This one takes a kind of different approach. It's mostly Batgirl stalking Batman, and what I like about this is that the other ones we know, you know, like Batman, he's kind of lost it. He's over the edge. He's grieving the loss of Damian. But with this one, we kind of see just how bad it is in terms of Gotham and kind of how alone Batman is right now, and how closed he is. Because Batgirl cannot talk to him. Batgirl is just going all over the city, trying to find him, stalking him, and we really get to see just how reckless Bruce is being now. And of course, at the end, we get Batgirl trying to pull him from the dark, and it's sweet. I mean, it's, you know, I guess Barbara's always been like the most kind of sentimental. I guess she's, you know, the girl. So she kind of by default takes the mother-sister role, and I mean, she does it well in this. They both give each other some tough love. Bruce, of course, notices that Batgirl tore the bat off her costume. Then Batgirl's like, "Hey, man, I tore off the bat, but you've gone off the deep end, and I still care, and I still want to help you." And we're kind of going through Batman's therapy, I guess. That's what this whole thing after Requiem has been. It's been kind of Batman's therapy, and I think this is a good point in it. It's not something I wouldn't jump in on this issue if you haven't been reading it, but I wouldn't. I'd pick it up if you are. Like it's continuing, and there's emotion. There's emotion in it. If you like emotions, if you like Batgirl, she's pretty well written in this. You know, it's not Gail Simone, but it's good. There's some good interaction between her and Bruce, and really, I think that the main take on this is just how far Bruce is gone. So that's it for comics this week. So now I'm going to talk about something not directly related to comics, but that will have an effect. Tomorrow, June 20th, I am leaving for Europe. I am getting on a plane at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm flying to Berlin, Germany, and I should arrive at like 7 in the morning. And I'm going to be in Berlin for a week, and then I'm going to London for a week or so, and then to Paris for like a week or so, and then Florence for like a week or so. So basically, I'm going to be in Europe for the next month, and it's going to be really hard for me to pick up comics in Europe, considering my comic store's all the way in New York. So I'm probably not going to be picking up the comics, which means for a month, no reviews. I just, you know, I have stuff to do. I'm in Europe. I'm going to live a little. Please excuse me. And so yeah, for next month, no comics. It's what happens when you go on vacation. However, when I get back like second or third week of July, so like 17th, 20th, a month from now, and I will be reviewing all the comics I missed in a big chunk. So that's going to be like an hour-long video of me reviewing a month's worth of comics. So yeah, I'll catch up on everything as soon as I'm back, but it's going to take a month. So just thought I'd let you know. You might have already seen the other video I posted about this, just telling, you know, I am going to Europe. I made another video, but if you haven't watched that one, you're watching this one hopefully, and you got the message, and boom. So I will see you in a month with a month's worth of comics to catch up on. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you stick around. Thank you for watching.